Hello and welcome to Cooking Technique Tuesday. So I thought we would do a nice simple salad. So it's a chopped spinach salad with pomegranate seeds, pear, and a very easy to make simple sherry vinaigrette. So we're going to start with the vinaigrette. I'm actually doing it all in one bowl. So I'm going to add my vinaigrette ingredients, whisk it together a little bit, chop up my spinach some, chop up my pear as well. So I'm going to start off with shallots. There we go, and you can get those, it's kind of like a milder flavor onion. It's related to onions, milder flavor though. So I've also got some sherry vinegar for our sherry vinaigrette. I have some olive oil and a little water as well. Water's a good thing to make the dressing go a little bit further without adding any points to it. And also some honey and Dijon. So the Dijon is actually going to act as a binder for the oil, water, and vinegar. So I'm just going to whisk this together. A little salt, a little pepper. Yum. So it's always a good idea too to use high quality olive oil when it comes to a nice vinaigrette. A little fresh cracked black pepper. Put a little salt in there. And then I'm just gonna whisk that around, let that kind of break down a little bit. And since it's just me, if I was cooking for other people, I would not do this, but I always want to taste as I go along. Need one more pinch of salt. There we go. Obviously, if you have to watch your sodium intake, you do not have to add as much. But as a trained chef, I like to add a little bit of salt. So now, perfect. See, easy. We have a salad dressing. Alrighty, so now, let me move this over a little bit. So I got my spinach, and it's 5 ounces worth. I've also got, which I'm very excited to share, a new WW knife. And the sheath that holds the knife, actually it's self-sharpening. So if you can see this little part right here, when you pull it out, you can sharpen it. There we go. And I'm using the 5-inch Sentoku because I have tiny childlike hands. And so a smaller knife usually works better for me. So I'm just going to roughly chop. You can do it as large as you like, as small as you like. I'm going to do mine kind of rough. Now this recipe that I'm giving you guys, it's a WW recipe. It did originally call for endive. And unfortunately, I did not find endive. If I had gone to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, I probably would have had it. I ran out of time with the holidays and whatnot. So I bought some pre-cut green leaf lettuce. Now, it does not have the same flavor profile as endive, so it's not necessarily the best substitution, but it was something that was already cut. And sometimes convenience is king. So that means I don't have to chop up the other lettuce. But if you can find endive, I would use that. Endive is a member of the chicory family, so it has a little bit of a bitterness to it. So it's actually going to play off really well with the butteriness of spinach. But like I said, convenience sometimes wins out. And the nice thing is, no matter what, these are some non-starchy veggies. I thought it'd be kind of fun too, with the new personal points, to show off a little salad. And as you can see, I'm just rough chopping this. Nothing crazy. But if you want to make it like a very chopped salad, you can obviously chop this down a little more. I usually like a little bite to mine. And you'll notice too, as I'm kind of clawing my hand so that, because this is a very sharp knife, brand new, just got these, we do want to make sure that we don't cut ourselves. Now a dull knife is a dangerous knife, which is why I'm very excited that WW came out with this. So I'm going to add, it called for a cup of endive. I'm going to just add a nice generous, maybe a little bit more, there we go, of green leaf lettuce. Now, I've got my pear, so let me just slice it. I'm going to slice it. In the recipe, it calls for it to be chopped. I kind of like, I don't know, I just usually like it to be a little bit thicker. So I'm just cutting around the pear, around the core. There we go. And then I'm just going to slice it nice and thin. There go. And I'm using a Daju pear. That's actually my favorite type of eating pear. It is the one that actually was called for originally in the recipe, but you can use any pear that you want. It is totally your preference. There we go. All right, well, we all know what it looks like to chop a pear. So let me, for time's sake, and then I've got some beautiful pomegranate now, the arrows. I think that's how you pronounce it. I actually might be wrong. I can't remember, but that's okay. The little pomegranate seeds. So I just bought these actually at King Soopers, which is related to Kroger. They actually have them in the section like next to the cut up pineapple, pre-cut fruits. So they already have these done, which is kind of exciting. Now, when I do a salad, you want to make sure to get the dressing all nice and over all of the lettuce. Your best tool to do that with is your hand. So I'm just going to, a little bit of spinach, there we go. Make sure to toss the salad. Making sure the dressing is all nice and evenly distributed. It smells wonderful. And then I always like to make sure, maybe I want to add a little more salt or a little bit more pepper. So I'm going to taste one of the leaves. Nope. Tastes perfect. Definitely doesn't need any more seasoning. And if you wanted to as well, you could place some of the pomegranate seeds on top, because that would make for a gorgeous presentation. But super, super simple. I'll share a picture of it when I make it all look presentable. But easy peasy salad. Something that's great for this time of year. And salad dressings really are very easy to make. So if you like the knife, which I actually really love these, feel free to use the code LaurenD10 at checkout, because that'll save you 10 bucks off $50 or more. And I will see you next Cooking Technique Tuesday. Have a good one.